Welcome back everyone to Aven Colony and Hyla Crescent, where we are going to be making our way in this episode across... Oh, you scallywag. Across to this area where there's plenty of mining. Now, right now, our goal at the moment is to... Ooh, not that one. I always open that... I always look at that one and see miners for some reason. Even though there is a pneumatic drill here, and that should be kind of an obvious one. Let's go for a second stage miner there, actually. Now, we've got to try and get nanites up to 1.5 an hour. Now, there are a couple of ways that we can do that. Right now, we're struggling to get enough income for the nanites. Where is our nanite base? There we are. Now, I think possibly the best way to do it on this particular map, considering how much resources we have at our farms, would be to go for Calco. Well, Calco spores. There we go. Now, we could get up to 8.1 if we go for a regular farm. 0 in winter. It's not amazing. Are there any other better... No, there's not really actually any better places. So, perhaps I will go for this. 6 over there. Yeah, we'll go for an 8.1 there. So there we are. That'll be built pretty quickly. Now, Calco sludge. I'm not sure what we're going to need to make that. Let's have a look. There's nothing really there that I want to export. Now, I'm going to estimate... Oh, well, we need a little bit more power, really. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and try setting up some extra power here. And we'll build this along here, as was my intention previously. We'll also increase the speed just a tad. Now we've got to wait for bunches. Ooh, that's not so great. Can we upgrade this? Yes, we can. Good. Let's get that all the way updated. Now, in the comments on the previous couple of episodes, pretty awesome suggestion was made that I thought I would just voice, because I thought it was such a good suggestion. A dedicated water storage tank, rather than having everything be unified in a single storage area. Having something very specifically for water, maybe even food, because these two combined just take up so much room that everything else then halts. Or perhaps coming at it from a different perspective, you could go for a nanite specific storage thing, because if you get kind of storage locked and you're waiting on nanites, yeah, good luck. That's not going to go well for you. We're going to want this about right there, and we will draw this out along to there at least, and then we'll slowly build up our solar panels around this. There we go. So now it's just down to waiting a little while. We have got 7 immigrants here. What are... Well, jobs filled. Not going amazing, but, you know, we're slowly climbing up there. Let's get this going, increase it as soon as we can. There we are. Perfect. We don't really care about that one just yet. We just want to continue increasing our energy income for the time being. There we go. If we can get it up to having all of these surrounding this battery all complete, then that would be a very good spot for us energy-wise. This can also start absorbing power now. It's not a particularly high-level battery, so it's not going to last a long time, but shouldn't be too terrible. And once more, only 8 nanites. There we go. And we'll wait on 12 here. There we are. Okay. Perfect. Alright, with all of this, we should be good to go for a while. Crisis, game speed... Oh, insufficient housing. Yeah. How much do we need for this? Oh, okay. Well, 20 nanites is a ways off, but we can get there, I'm sure. Now, for the time being, I'm actually going to go ahead and delete a bunch of the stuff that we're holding in here. We're just going to get rid of... the water is just way... It just doesn't seem to want to go down. Alright. Well, I'll get rid of rice then. And also melons. We're going to get a notification that everyone is panicking horribly because our food consumption is too high. Possibly. That may have already been fixed. The devs are working very, very hard to fix the bugs. Honestly, almost faster than we can find them, which is amazing. The moment a bug is even mentioned in a Let's Play recently, the devs have fixed it the very next day. It is fantastic to have such responsive devs, honestly. It will, of course, be going into open beta tomorrow, I believe. Yes, tomorrow is the 7th of September. So we will be seeing the game available for people to buy into the beta, which will be fantastic. Now, with that done, the next step for me, we think... oh, we need a research center for that? Okay. Well, that's unfortunate, because that's quite expensive. Alright, well, let's have a look around the other things we can do. How much... there's loads of iron there, so yeah, go ahead and upgrade. We got any other mines around anywhere? Doesn't seem it. No, that's unfortunate. Well, we can upgrade that one as well, because we definitely want more iron coming in right now. That's a pretty huge requirement for our nanite production. There we are. And how are the nanites doing? We're actually stockpiling iron. Fantastic. Alright, well, given that then, it is time for us to build a new nanite fabricator, or nanite processor rather. We can afford to pop one down there, I would guess. Is one of the more obvious places to put one. We just need 14 nanites, so let's speed up the game a little bit. And there we go. I just dropped that one down in there. Right, energy battery has idled. How are we doing for power? We're actually doing okay for power. That might change very drastically the moment this goes live. No, we're alright. That is very nice. Let's upgrade that there. Oh, there we are. Objective complete. We've got 5 nanites and 13 beer. We have probably missed out on quite a lot of things, unfortunately. Increase your nanite income to 1.5 per hour, 5 nanites, 13 beer. Second department mission objective, build another apartment, 14 nanites, 36 candy. And solar energy, builds 2 solar panels, 16 nanites. Ah, we lost out on so much there. That is so unfortunate. So terribly unfortunate for us. And is actually something that I would love if they would look into possibly, and by they I mean the devs, possibly making it so that you can't accept any kind of reward unless you have room enough to store it. We can place it there and then draw out a road along there. There we go. And then we can have 2 more utility buildings around there. Right, let's have a look at how we're doing. 76% jobs filled. That's actually not too bad. And wow, we've completed so many things. My lord. Right. We need this to be super upgraded because we just lost so much stuff. 50 potash, 8 nanites, 16 nanites, 40 pasta. We've also got 15 nanites, 38 candy. 17 nanites, 42 pasta. Build 2 intake fans. And 19 nanites, 49 pasta for building a storage depot.
I have a request for you from the inhabitants of the colony.
There we go. Referendums, hooray!
Well done. I'm pleased with the progress of your colony. You may select
right now,
one of the following.
I would actually like the nanites. We would also like to upgrade this to the max. Generally, people are fairly happy in the colony. Let's have a quick look. Crowding, food freedom. Yeah, most people are actually fairly pleased. I'm totally okay with that. Now, we want a research center quite badly. And we want it, I would say... We could drop it in the middle, but I'd rather not. We'll drop it over here instead. Right about there. There we go. Now, let's have a look at the air quality. Generally, the air quality is actually pretty good. So, it's about 95s over here. Okay, let's try and deal with that. We'll add another intake fan. Oops. Oh, no, wait. Because I've got an intake fan selected, that's the reason why this is going to be showing up. We'll just pop that intake fan right there, and that should be fine. Okay, so what's the next mission?
Is available.
Now is the time to start really expanding the colony towards the artifact. Let's begin by constructing another geothermal generator on the second steam vent along the lake. Be sure to connect the generator to your colony with tunnels. Be sure to also consider air quality and colonist commutes as you expand. Very well, I will do my best. There we go. Alright, so we've got insufficient power right now. Do I need to provide power? Probably. Let's start providing power to just back that up a little bit. Right, so this is the next spot that we need to get to. How far out can we build?
As you recall, the Constitution guarantees your citizens the right to vote on their colony governor. It looks like that time is upon us again.
We can actually get quite far out there. About there's where I want it to be. And we can get there. Fantastic. I think it was about there. Alright, and we're going to want another drone. We'll go with, since this is just a very basic little stop off, we'll have a single drone and a single apartment there. There we go. That shouldn't take me too long to get all of that sorted. Right, now that we've got our research center built though, it is... Oh, actually, that can stop providing power and can start absorbing it, and I also wanted to upgrade. I'm going to do much the same over here. I'm going to try and back up as much power as we can for the long term using solar panels. Now again, I can't... oh, actually, I've done that in slightly the wrong place. Cancel. Can I cancel it? Will they pull it back? It looks like they kind of might, maybe. We'll see. But what I want is to have it around there and then around there. Are you going to pull this down? I hope you are. Let's have a look. Oh, they do. Fantastic. Right, what we want is this to go right there. And then also to upgrade this once we've got 6 nanites. There we go. And then we'll slowly move these along in that way. Yeah, you can afford to absorb. So can you, actually, for the time being. You're right on the edge of it, but you can definitely do that.
I've consulted with the inhabitants of the colony.
Too crowded, I have to walk too far to get to my job. I'm out of work and I feel useless. Aw, bless. Don't worry, mate. We'll get you a job. There we go. Frankly, I'm just pleased that you want to work. Everything else can be fixed. There we go. But the lack of motivation, that's a difficult one to fix. Right, okay, so let's have a quick look at our commute times then. Is anyone having horrible commutes? It doesn't look like it. What's our... 1% unemployment, I guess maybe you? Is this the one? No, you're all employed. You're all employed. All employed. All employed. All employed. Someone's telling fibs. So where's this person who isn't employed? Damn it, I want to give you a job, but I need to know where you live. Oh, being a governor is so hard. Alright, anyway, we've got a good, healthy amount of power coming in, despite the fact that we do not have a geotherm yet. We need a lot more nanas to be able to build these things, and I'm not entirely sure which of these I need to try and build. That is, frankly, a problem. Let's build this out over here.
Hi, boss. I've compiled some feedback.
Yeah, I need my enhancers.
The upcoming
You're
referendum
barely breathing.
election.
What the dickens? You're kidding me. You're lying to me. You must be. Barely breathe? I can see nowhere where that is a problem. However, I'm going to assume that if that's one of the biggest things that they've got to complain about, and I frankly can't believe that they actually can't breathe anyway, then that must mean I'm doing a really good job. Because they're now down to the tiny little things that they're moaning about. Which I'm okay with. Right, so let's have a look at some enhancers. We've got Amberjoy. I would not mind that. Kelko and Xenosage would be great to get. Maybe some Xeno Incense as well. I don't like this one. Kelko Sludge. There we go. A semi-metallic product of Kelko spores that can be very slowly converted to nanites. Yes. Research that once you finish with Amberjoy, please. Alright, so in terms of our population, we're doing okay. Let's speed things up. Just a tad. At this point, I'm getting a little bit concerned that our crime rates might be starting to suffer a bit. Let's have a look around. 1.6, 2.2. Yeah, I'm not liking that at all, actually. Let's make a point of building a new high-tier security area. Just keep everyone safe and sound. There we go. And given that we have got a lot of population over here, this might be a good place to add another habitat, honestly. Right bang smack there. I mean, it will kind of
There's a referendum election coming up
the...
soon, and I have some feedback from your colonists.
No place to buy what we need. Oh, you now want some retail. Okay. Well, we can definitely see to that. I could put some retail just there. Yeah, let's get some retail down. It'll cheer people up a lot. Alright, both of my batteries can probably afford to start providing some power at this point. There we go. Ooh, not quite enough. Well, that does suck. Truly, it does. But there's not a lot I can do about it right now. Instead, we need to continue our expansion in this direction. And once again, we'll get a little area there just to help with that. Now, if people are living over here, but they're working over here, that is a hell of a long trip to be making. So a skyscraper in here would probably be ideal. I want this on high occupancy, so definitely try to get these ones occupied ASAP and keep them occupied ASAP. I don't know if it can go down for some reason or another, but I wouldn't be too terribly surprised if it could. If you could have that issue. Minerals exhausted. Oh no! Wow, that was annoying. Alright. Well, let's recycle this then. We need that Calco sludge pretty bloody soon. I'm telling you that for nothing. Right,
congratulations on your referendum victory, boss.
Though wasn't quite so great. Honestly, I'm a little bit unhappy with how close that one was. Let's go for a second stage straight away. And we've researched Calco sludge. Right. Referendums. Hooray!
I hope you're keeping the happiness of your colonists in mind as you grow your colony. Remember,
okay, please build a skyscraper. I am glad that you've given me this quest. Right, Calco sludge, I am assuming, is going to need to be made inside a chemical plant. But I need to check. Yeah, we've got 0 Calco sludge, so let's go ahead and build chemical plant. I'm going to build it here, and it's going to result in that farm being moved. Thank goodness. Alright, I'm happy with that. Let's get that one down. We also want a new farm for Xenosage. 8.7, 9, 8.4, 9.6 there. 9.3. Yeah, I guess we'll go for the 9.6. But it's probably going to get displaced later on. Let's get this going up as fast as we can. Energy battery depleted. Okay, you should now both be absorbing power given the time. Ooh, we can't afford to have the second one absorb power. Hopefully, this will get finished fairly soon. Almost done, and once that's online, we should be good for a little while. Wow, look at how much water we're storing. That's craziness. There we go. Power for the masses. Let's start absorbing some of that. In fact, let's slow things down. Let's quickly check. Can I make Calco sludge? Yes. Good. Alright, that is the main thing I wanted. Following that, I would like some Amberjoy. Amberjoy, Calco sludge, also antibiotics and antivirals. Beer. I mean, I've got loads of barley, so I could. Sake, vodka. Yeah, make some sake. And yeah, you know what? Make some beer as well. You know, just make sure that everyone has a little bit of everything. Right, more geothermal energy. There we are, 19 nanites, 48 quinoa. We've also got build a trade hub. Really, at this point, that's when you thought to build a trade hub. 20 nanites, 50 quinoa. The following was added to your colony's inventory as a reward for police. Build a police drone hub. 53 candy, 21 nanites. And 22 nanites, 55 candy for building an energy battery. There we go.
Hello, Chief.
Hello.
I have a new opportunity for you.
Fantastic. Right. Scientists aboard the colony ship would like to further study the properties of Cori spores. Our sensors indicate that they should grow quite well in the fields of Hylas Crescent. Use your farming structures to grow 300, sorry. Note that you can open the colony using... okay.
A new mission is available.
Detected another cargo pod nearby the canyon entrance, adjacent to a third steam vent. Begin expanding your colony towards the second pod using tunnels and construction drone hubs. Very well. But I also need to build a farm for these. Oh, wow. You weren't kidding when you said this place was good for them. Sure, we'll build that there. There we go. And then we can start trading those off straight away once we've done it. Right. Now, we need a skyscraper because we're almost at capacity. And that skyscraper is going to go right there. And it's going to be grand, I tell you. Grand. Now, as we get into this area, we are going to need to start hitting all of these mines. But we also need to make sure that this does not pull down the air quality too much. Yeah, these should get a fair number of our colonists. There shouldn't be a problem, really, for those. As for over here, I'm thinking... Well, it's going to take us a little while before we've got a decent income from that. Maybe if I had several of these, or maybe another one entirely dedicated to making calco sludge. That would be something we could do. We just completed an objective. We've got 18 nanites for building a skyscraper. Fantastic. Because we are going to use those nanites to build more energy.
I have a request for you from the inhabitants of the colony.
Okay. Get to 200. That should not actually be that much of a problem for us. We're doing fairly well, I would say. Water's going fine. Food is, frankly, kind of crazy. We're doing amazingly well for food. In fact, so well, I would feel confident building a new hub. Sorry, a new immigration center to feed people into our hub. Right, yes, I would like this to be high occupancy there. We want to get more people living here because that's where most of the jobs are. Alright, let's speed up time. You've got a long way to go. How far out can we get? You know what? That's actually not too bad. That's in a very nice little spot. We'll place a construction and another hub there. Build up and then out. Yeah, that should do quite well. Though we are going to need to build another storage plant. Growing Cory spores. Mission objective complete.
I need your help to balance our supplies on the colony ship.
We will trade those spores for you. And there you go. And we will get vodka. Ah, what a fantastic trade. I must say, you're speaking my language right now, my friend. Let's go ahead and... Sure, I'll get another resource storage right there. Yeah. Now, I'm wondering if I can tell this farm to grow something else. I imagine we can. No idea how much wheat we'd get from this, but I kind of want to. Because, oh dear. Please stop breaking my colony. It's very rude. Incredibly rude, in fact. I consider it one of the rudest things you can do. Now, on that note, we have a bit of an inefficiency here. One that I am not going to allow to exist as I did in the previous colony. Can I build through that? Yes, I can. Good. I want to make sure that we have redundant connections. All the way up, please. I guess that'll do there. Not quite as far as I wanted, but it'll be okay. That way, one lightning strike isn't going to cut off an entire part of my colony in one go. Because that was kind of terrifying when it happened. Right, we want some more power. Drop that there. And a little bit more besides. And then a battery right there. And then a couple of things there. Perfect. There we are. We've exported them all. Fantastic.
We have a new trade mission available.
You now want the Exotic Botany Department. Thanks you for your contribution to their studies. We're actually running low on our greens up here. Very well. I will export some broccoli. You know what then? You're becoming broccoli. It's not going to be very good, but you're going to make it, I hope. You're making 5.4 broccoli an hour. You know what? Use some potash because you could really do with it. Oh, my lord. Oh, incoming shard storm. Now we've won our first referendum, so we can have drone auto repair turned on. There we go. Perfect. Right. Export 200 broccoli. I will set that up and we'll get 220 flour. That's very nice of you. I would actually like a mill. Thinking about it. So let's set up a mill right there. Have I upgraded this? I have. Okay. Let's make sure that time is ticking on. Making amberjoy, making antibiotics. Now, we're going to want the hospital set up. Probably... Well, I want that for a second immigration center, honestly. But maybe I'll set up a new hub over here, mining this area with all of this power, because we're going to need a lot of personnel to run all of this. So yeah, we're going to set up a hub over here, and we'll have a new immigration center over there. So what we're going to do here is we're going to set up a hospital right next to this immigration center. You know, for anyone who's got sleeping sickness or cryo sickness or just, you know, motion sickness. Because I can't imagine that the trip down is going to be especially smooth. So yeah, that's where our hospital is going to be, and we'll have any further immigration centers a little bit further out. And how are we doing in terms of care? We're not getting too fast, unfortunately. Probably need a few more. Right, as for what we're going to be making here, I would like some flour, and yeah, I would like porridge. And pasta, please. That's what I would like. Thank you. There we go. Hospital. Let's set you up right there. So you can immediately treat those who come down who are feeling a little bit under the weather, a little bit green around the gills after their possibly bumpy ride, especially if they land like right now during this massive snowstorm. See? These pilots don't care. They haven't got they're probably robot pilots. They don't get sick, and they don't consider those who do. Bloody robot pilots. My lord. Let's make sure we've got a little area over here. In fact, I'm going to set up a bar and grill straight away over here, because you've probably not got very much. Well, yeah, I'll set up the little bar first. Might even put it just by there. Just to prevent people thinking... Oh, actually, a park would be a good one. Sure, we'll have a park right there, because it'll affect both of these little hubs. In fact, I could put it by there and it'll affect both still. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Haha! Caught you this time, you scallywag. There we go. We've reached a population of 200. Now up to 300. I could be through this mission so much faster. I realize that. Just for those who think that I don't appreciate that I could do things much more efficiently and just race through the objectives, oh, I fully understand. I actually prefer this game when played and just properly experienced. We'll have that there. We are going to need a hub over here. That is a given. And soon we'll build that up, and then we'll be able to reach that. Will we be able to reach it from this? We might be able to. But I think that's about a good wrapping up point for this mission. So join me in the next episode, where we're going to continue building our mining area. I know I said I was going to do that in this episode, but we kind of got distracted with power and all of that sort of stuff, and building up the main sort of residential area back here. But things are going fairly well. 75% of our jobs are filled, and our general happiness is actually 92%. That is nothing to be sniffed at. I'm actually really happy with that. Got a little bistro over here, bar and grill. We're actually going to upgrade that one though. I'm probably going to have a bar or a lounge around here as well, just to, you know, make sure that everyone is fully chilled out and happy in that little area. And we're going to start doing the same over here as we build this little hub up. We'll hit the geotherms, get some potash, I think this is potash, 2 more iron nodes, and all of that good stuff in the next episode. So I hope to see you then, but until then, take care everyone.